RPD is showing off a piece of technology they're planning to use a lot more in the near future, giving the community an up-close look at how they use drones. The ice here may look solid enough for some skating or some ice fishing, but it's important to remember that no ice is ever 100% safe. 120 yards, the rush of adrenaline, and your eyes on the prize. It's America's favorite sport, but one that few girls or women will ever get a chance to really play. But at Mayo High School, that's all changing. With speeding one of the leading causes of crashes in Minnesota, it's up to every driver to do their part and keep our roads safe. So whether you're in a school zone or on a county road, make sure to obey the speed limit. In Olmsted County, Rachel Mantos, ABC 6 News. Law enforcement on the scene here tells me that there was a person making threats against a local family and of taking their own life. That the sheriff's office got this call just around 6:30 this evening. Now I'm going to step out and try to zoom in on the scene for you a little bit. I was asked to stay a little bit farther away for safety, but you can see this blinking light here. That's a state trooper squad car. Our firefighters are closing off County Road 4. That's because of some downed power lines over here. It's a very dangerous situation. They don't want anybody driving or walking near the area. Firefighters are saying that everybody should still remain to shelter in their homes at the moment. It's still pretty dangerous outside. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rachel Mantos. Tonight's top story, a nationwide cyber attack targeting users of the emergency alert system Code Red has now spread to government agencies in our area, and it has the potential to compromise many people's information. Well, if you're just joining us, we're learning after 40 days of a standoff in a 60-40 vote, the Senate has cleared the way for a spending bill to end the government shutdown. And of course, the events that played out in Stewartville today are impacting people across our area, and that's especially true in the sports community. A blizzard warning, as we've been saying, is in effect for our entire area until 9 o'clock tonight. We're going to take another look at what that's doing on the road, starting out here in Albert Lee. You see that road's not too covered right now, but the snow is coming down, but we're seeing pretty dangerous conditions across the area, and you can see there is some blowing snow there as well. So even if you're looking at a road in the city like this that's not as covered as it is in more rural areas, you still want to be very careful if you're heading out there and really just stay off the roads entirely if you're able to. Just before all this came down, I was seeing so much snow had melted, just even from what it was yesterday.
Right, even this morning it was close to 40 degrees.
And we've dropped from that for sure.
It certainly has, yes.
Yeah. Well, you know, even though that weather came down on us really quick today, we did still get a few games in. Well, welcome back. As we all know, today does mark the final day of 2025, and the celebrations are well underway. I called my mom yesterday to say Merry Christmas, and she asked me if I was enjoying the 30-degree weather, and I know she was being sarcastic, but I was like, yes, I am, because I knew it was not going to last long. Thanks for staying with us. We're always trying to find a way to bridge the generation gap, and one North Dakota state trooper is doing just that. He's getting attention for using Gen Z slang to warn drivers about winter highway safety. Take a listen. That video has gained millions of views already online. And as somebody that is considered Gen Z, I did understand every word of that.
You caught it all,
Yeah.
right there. Any advice for him? Any notes at all? Anything he could have added?
It's all facts.
It's
no
all
cap.
facts, no cap.
Halfway through her second pregnancy, Katie Schneider learned her baby had a heart defect.
They told us what they thought it was, which is something we've never heard of, but hypoplastic left heart syndrome.
She and her husband Tom had no idea what to expect.
There was a lot of tears.
Just the unknown made it hard to think about.
Claire's first open heart surgery came just hours after she was born.
First seeing her in the crib at the hospital, I never knew she'd be able to do what she does now. I mean, you'd never know the kid be able to walk good, run. She has a good life.
By her 8th birthday, Claire would have 3 more surgeries.
When I started to have like my second in a few weeks, when I was a few weeks older, it started a bit scary.
But eventually, her body struggled to keep up.
She would fall asleep on the bus ride home every day.
So almost a year ago, Claire was placed on the heart transplant list.
When I get it, I will be kind of excited.
That heart that you put in her can't be an adult. So some other family has to have
It's a tragedy when we get a miracle.
When that call comes, Claire's go bag is all packed, ready to rush to the hospital.
Whenever I go in the hospital, I feel like I want to bring her because she keeps me more supported, and my mom and dad.
Despite the fear and the unknown,
Tomorrow isn't promised, so all I have is hope.
the Schneider family has learned to take life day by day and cherish every moment.
She's been through more in her 8 years of life than any of us ever will.
In Teope, Rachel Mantos, ABC 6 News.
It happened within like 15 seconds.
It was a typical day for two tenants inside this Austin duplex when parts of the building went up in flames.
We saw the smoke, and by the time I got to my front door, the front door was already engulfed in flames.
Witnesses say a man living inside jumped from the second-story window to escape the flames.
He was screaming help, and he broke the window out with his elbow, and then he tried to climb out of it, but he just jumped. And he landed, and I'm fairly certain he broke his leg.
But an eyewitness immediately rushed to help.
Me and an officer got to him at about the same time, and we drug him to the street. Another officer came, and we managed to get him to the neighbor's yard out of the heat impact. It was really, really hot.
Hours later, police book Galisha Rivers, the woman who lives in the home, into Mower County Jail on arson charges.
She said, I turned the stove on, I smelled gas, and then she said I was just too upset.
The home is now considered a total loss.
You can see what the damage is there. There's not a lot of saving there.
Crews stopped those flames from spreading before it reached the adjoining unit.
A defensive fire operation and tried to save property regarding the other unit of the duplex. We ended up doing a good job of that.
The family who calls this home, thankfully, all made it out safely. Neighbor Stephanie Mix says those children were on her mind as she leapt into action.
Just an adrenaline rush. If it was my kids or my house, I would expect the same from my neighbors.
In Austin, Rachel Mantos, ABC 6 News.